To the first episode of Edit With Me. Today we are going to look at this night shot of the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I want to crop this image, and basically I have something here which I'm not interested about, something above which is not really meaningful to the photo. So what I want to do is to shift towards the bottom left, and maybe I want to include this light here, because if you crop it too much it will become distracting. Instead, like this, it's more appropriate, and in the end you also have this human being here, which is placed right at the lower third, which will add a layer of interest to the image. So now we have this kind of image. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to adjust the exposure. As you can see here, it's pretty dark, and here you have definitely more light. So what I want to do is just to shift a touch the exposure, but then I want to bring down the highlights so we can recover all the white that it was here. And what I want to do, just to create a bit more, maybe too much, maybe like here is enough, I also want to bring the shadows just a touch down, and also increase a bit the contrast. Usually I'm always between 15 and 20 of contrast. I think this is good. We also want to bring down the whites so that this area here is more readable, let's say. And also what I'd like to do is to adjust the white balance. Here it was sunrise, so everything is a bit more on the pink side. So what we can do is actually we can pick a point of white in the image, but you see it's really hard to get the exact white balance like this. So what we want to do is instead go with the manual controls and shift the magenta a bit more towards the green. Maybe it was too much. Like this is more than enough. Then what I'm seeing here is, as I said, this area here is not really interesting, and I want to draw the attention of the viewer between the main point of attraction, which is here in the middle, and this human being here. So what we can do here is we may either go with vignetting. Now I'm going to exaggerate it a bit, and as you can see, you are focusing more on the central part of the image, which is fine, but you also lose some detail here, which instead it may be interesting. With double click I go back. What I can do is actually use a gradient filter like so, and just reduce the brightness a bit, and do exactly the same here. Sorry, another one. Bring it here, reduce the brightness a touch. Okay, and this looks quite nice to me. Then what we want to look at is, you see this is a distraction, and this you can clearly see it, and there's no need to have this crane and probably a bit of a tree here. So I'm going to hit Q. Q is the heel brush. I'm going to work with a smaller brush like so, and then I'm going to paint here the area that I want to fix. Okay, like so. Looks good to me. And I'm bringing this from this side here. As you can see, it's pretty easy to do so, and you can immediately see the difference between the before and the after. Great. So the last thing I want to do is to emphasize a bit more this figure here, and so we can take a radial gradient mask and draw roughly a mask here, and this already looks good to me, but you can see that it creates a sort of a halo around the figure, which is not so natural, okay? Because you can see the mask is on the outside, and what you are saying is that I'm going to bring down the brightness of the outside area. So what I'd like to do is instead work a bit on the size of the radial mask, and you can see that if you shift this, so basically this gets the full parameters, let's say 100% of the parameters, and then it degrades a bit more when you go to the outside. So what I want to do is I want to increase the radial mask, but focus more. I'm gonna bring it here a bit like so, and now you can see that the yellow is gone. It's a very subtle change. You can see it here, okay, but it kind of works in my opinion. We can also increase it a bit more, let's say, so it's even more evident. Okay, and this image already looks good to me. I kind of like it. We can certainly improve it somehow, so we can go into the color menu and work a bit on the pink and on the blue. I'm selecting the background as well, so you can see the blue here. I kind of like it, but we can actually work more on the saturation of this. This may be a bit too much, but just a touch like this, and we can also decrease it a little bit the lightness, and also you can play with the hue. You can make a purple sky or more a cyan sky. In this case, since the image is more on the purple side and it was also sunrise, I'm going to shift it towards the purple. And this is the first edit. Then we can also edit the pink / red. As you can see, it selected the red, okay? So we can increase the saturation just a bit, and also possibly the lightness, okay? I like the hue. Of course, you can shift it towards the pink side or on the orange side, and you can see you obtain really drastically different images. What I'd like to do here is just to give a touch on the pink side, okay? And this looks again good to me. So more or less this is it. I don't see any other major improvement that we can do to this image, and I'll call it done. Thank you for watching.